All right, we made it. What do you think? Hey everyone, COE33 here with Mrs. Relief.
Morning, guys.
We're on the hunt looking for bargains on video games, and today's a pretty special episode of On the Hunt. We're going to head down to Jacksonville, Oregon, and we're going to visit Henry Stauf's mansion from The Seventh Guest. So there is a Victorian home called the Nunan Estate, and that is the inspiration for Henry Stauf's mansion in the game The Seventh Guest. The developers are from Oregon. And I haven't been down there. I know you haven't been down there, so we're really excited to check it out. I don't think you can go into the house, but we'll get some footage from outside and share it with you. And of course, when we're down there, we're going to do some game hunting on the road and see what we can scrounge up for the collection, huh?
Yeah, sounds like fun.
All right, we're going to hit up our local Goodwill before we head south.
Yeah.
See anything good?
I'm looking.
Got Fallout 3 for the Xbox 360 for the Fallout collection.
Here's your Xbox game.
How much? Oh, it's pink. And it's sealed.
Yeah.
Let's get that. All right, so before we hit the road, we thought we'd stop at our local Goodwill, and I'm glad we did because we found a couple games for the collection, so very cool. And now we're going to head about 3 hours south from our location, and it's a really pretty drive, so we'll go ahead and get some car footage for you so you can check it out, and we'll see you on the road. All right, we just made the long drive, and we don't know this area, so we're just gonna kind of see what they got, and we saw this Best Buy, so we're gonna check it out. We got some Blu-rays for $5.99. That was cool. Last Samurai. Fight Club. Daredevil, that was pretty bad. Ooh, there we go. Sweet. It's a pretty cool amiibo display. Let's try to find some clearance items. Here they got WiiU.
Look.
Yeah. You have Tom Nook.
No, I don't.
No?
No.
Oh no, I got you Rossetti, didn't I?
Rossetti, yeah.
You want that?
Nah.
No?
Not at that price.
That's right. We're looking for bargains. Saw GameStop while driving, so we thought we would check it out.
Yeah.
All right, we found a couple nice items at GameStop for the collection. So a nice WiiU game, and we got an item for the Fallout collection, and Leaf picked out a DS game.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna go hit up some lunch. We saw Del Taco, and yeah, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
All right, we're at Del Taco. So we were both raised in California, and when we moved to Oregon, we realized that we didn't have a Del Taco anywhere near us, and apparently Medford has one, so very cool. Gourmet eating.
And what was your favorite thing about Del Taco?
I'm not sure, just cheap Mexican food. It's hard to go wrong.
My favorite thing are the French fries.
Oh yeah?
They're so crispy and so delicious.
Nice. Well, we got some quesadillas and we got some 8-layer burritos, so we're gonna enjoy that, huh?
Yeah.
We found another game store called GameStar, so hopefully they have some retro stuff, huh?
Yeah.
What'd you find?
That one,
Which one?
the Bratz one.
Okay. Well, pick out a game you want and I'll get it for you.
Rats? Which one is it?
Well, I'm not sure yet.
Okay, yep. Take your time. See ya. Yeah, have a good one. See you later, Justin. Go ahead and do the 10% discount on this cool Lego game, and you just use your credit on those. So after all your store credit, you'll get 30%. 60/20. That thing only reads chips now. It freaked out the other day, and now you can't go on a card in it for. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. Progress! Credit debit. The only difference is credit you just gotta sign for, debit you gotta put in your PIN. Also, apparently when you run a card as credit, it'll hold the funds for 3 days, which is kind of weird. But just informed you that. Fair enough. Just gotta make it work. Alrighty. And we're going back to get you a 10% discount on it.
Found the DS games, huh?
Yeah.
Anything speaking to you?
I'm.
There's Puss in Boots.
I know.
Like 10%
$5.
for everybody for cash or card.
Good selection of retro stuff.
Yeah, we try. We've got a lot of local people, actually, like a lot of big collectors in the area that
Yeah.
through pretty constantly, and they always come in and trade all sorts of stuff and pick up whatever they don't have or whatever they need.
Very cool.
It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy this job a lot.
Yeah, I bet. All right, so we just left probably one of the coolest video game stores
Yeah.
we've been to. Really nice guy in there, Sid. And
Tim on the Richter stuff.
yeah, that's right. And they had some retro stuff, some new stuff, and just a really great guy. And got some good deals, which we really appreciate. And he told us about some spots to check out while we're in town. So if we're back here in Medford, we'll definitely go back to GameStar.
Yeah.
That was a great store.
Yeah.
All right, we just got a nice little stack of games from that store. We got a couple NES titles, a Sega Genesis game, and Leaf picked out a couple DS games, which I know you're excited
Oh,
about.
yeah.
And I think we're going to try to track down a Goodwill now and do a little thrift store shopping, huh?
Yeah.
You found games?
Ding, 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 ding.
Aha. What do we got? Surf's Up. Got some Xbox games.
Oh, dude.
We have that. Death Row. That. We Fit. High School Musical. Let me see over here, Leaf. Jungle Book. Looks like these have been picked through, huh? Got some PC games. Here's an Namco Museum. How much is that?
Well, if it's got a red sticker, it's 50% off.
I don't see a sticker on it. It's $3.99. That doesn't look like a Goodwill sticker. Oh, they don't have like normal Goodwill stickers here.
No, they don't.
How weird. $3.99 for Namco Museum. That's not a bad price. Alright, we just picked up another game for the collection, which we're really happy about. Namco Museum, very cool. And I think what we're going to do now is hit up maybe one more store and then head over to the 7th Guest Mansion, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were driving around and we spotted this Toys R Us, so we thought we would take a look and see if they have any clearance games, huh?
Yeah.
See what they got.
Yeah.
We found the games. Clearance DS games, Leaf. Look at that. We have that one. Any good DS games?
Oh, this looks fun.
Dagdar? Medieval games.
What?
Medieval games for the Wii.
Oh, this looks...
They still got Wii games. $20. Some WiiU games. Whoa. Hello.
What?
Pikmin 3 for $20. I think that's a pretty good deal. Getting that. Score.
I know what I want.
What do you want? Go ahead and pick out a DS game. Lots of amiibo. Shovel Knight. All the new stuff. Alright, we just left that Toys R Us and we picked up Pikmin 3 for the Wii U. Very cool. Now, unfortunately, when they went back to retrieve our game, because at Toys R Us you get little tickets and you take it up to the front, they only had the Nintendo Select version of the game, which is kind of a bummer. I almost didn't buy it. But this is a game that we both want to play, so we went ahead and got it anyways just to play it, and maybe later we'll get a first print edition of it. And then Leaf got a DS game, which he's excited about. So I think that's it for the game hunting for today. So now we're going to head over to that 7th Guest Mansion. That should be fun, huh?
Yeah.
Alright guys, so we just arrived. Here we are. So 7th Guest was developed in Oregon, and the devs used this house, the Nunan Estate, as the inspiration for Henry Stauf's mansion. And apparently there's a fancy schmancy restaurant here that just opened up, so I don't think, even though we're not dressed, we can't pass up an opportunity to eat in Henry Stauf's mansion, so I think we're going to do that. So very cool old Victorian home. And as you can see, it looks just like the house in the video game. There it is. Here we are. Looks like it's open. It's a little early for dinner, but when in Rome, right?
Right.
Should we check it out?
Yeah.
Alright guys, so look where we're at. We're eating dinner on the patio overlooking Stauf's mansion. This is pretty cool, huh? Life is good, right?
This is the one.
So we're gonna have a gourmet meal here in our sophisticated attire. Zelda would approve, huh? Or excuse me, Link would approve.
And Tinky would
Yeah,
approve.
Tinkerbell and Link. So it's gorgeous out here. Perfect day for this. I'm actually really looking forward to this meal.
Me too.
It's been a fun trip, huh?
Yeah.
Got some video games. Got to see a historic video game location. And now we're gonna have a nice meal sitting on the patio.
Yeah.
So we've just been informed by the chef that we could explore the grounds when we're done with our meal and take video for our channel and get some photos. So very cool. We were telling them about the history of the Henry Stauf mansion, and they actually didn't know about the seventh guest. So it's pretty cool that we could tell them about that, and they seemed very interested. So after this nice meal we're gonna go check out the property here, huh?
Yeah. Awesome blossom.
We got our meal. We got some olives, some deviled eggs, some bread. We got a nice beet salad and some truffle fries. We're just splitting a bunch of small appetizer plates.
And some.
We got some blackberry lemonade and some cucumber water. Fancy. We're just kind of taking a look at the grounds. Checking out the mansion, old Victorian house. Pretty cool house, huh?
Beautiful house.
Nobody lives here at the moment. Just hoping to track down the caretaker. Maybe we can go inside. They got a fountain. That's quite the stained glass window there. Check out this window leaf. That's where we ate over there. It's called the Carriage House. Backside of the Carriage House. Really nice property. All right, so we just finished our meal and we looked around the estate a little bit and the property and got some nice video of the house, which was really cool. And I had a great time. What about you?
Yeah. Thumbs up.
So I think we're all done for our game hunting and we're going to head back home and go over our pickups.
See you all in the game room.
All right, we're back in the game room, and that was an awesome day of game hunting, and we got lots of great pickups to share with you. And before we do that, Leaf is playing, of all games, of course, Seventh Guest, and she's having a good time with that. So our first stop was at a Goodwill, and it's our local Goodwill here where we live, and we got a sealed copy of Connect Adventures, and that was half off. It was marked at $2.99, so we got it for $1.50, so not too shabby. And then we got a copy of Fallout 3 for the Xbox 360, and that was $2.99. And actually, I didn't realize it at the time, but we have this for the Xbox 360, so this will go into our giveaway or trade pile. And then we went ahead and drove down to Medford, Oregon. It's about 3 hours south. And our first stop was a Best Buy, and at the Best Buy we got a couple clearance games. We got Metal Gear Solid Ground Zero, and that was $9.99, so pretty cool. And then Earth Defense Force 2025, and that was also $9.99. And then a Blu-ray movie for $5.99. We got Predators, which isn't the best Predators movie ever made, but I do enjoy this franchise, and I want to have all of them on Blu-ray, so I was glad to pick that up. And from there we went over to a Goodwill and got a really cute little Fallout character for the Fallout collection. So pretty cool, and that was on clearance. That was $5. And they had a couple of them. They had, I think the different ones are on the side here, yeah. So they had the female Wanderer and the boy Wanderer, and we ended up getting the boy Wanderer here. So very cool. little item there for $5, and then Leaf picked out a DS game for $1.79, Future U, and it's just a loose copy there, but something that she was interested in playing, so nice little pickup. And then I got something that I wanted to play. So recently the Star Fox game came out for the Wii U, and eventually I'll pick up Star Fox. I'm not terribly interested in playing it. You know, I like the franchise, but I'm not going to pay $60 for it. But I love tower defense games, and I really wanted to just get the tower defense game, Star Fox Guard, and I saw this for $8.99. And I know this wasn't reviewed terribly well, but I'm such a sucker for tower defense that I wanted to pick this up and give it a try anyways. So I was happy to get that for the Wii U collection for $8.99. And then from there we went to a game store, and we got some good footage of the game store. I'm sure you guys saw that. And we got a couple NES games. We got Sky Shark for $4.99. Nice addition to the NES collection. Now I'm sure that sticker on top will come off no problem, hopefully. And then we got Defender 2 for the NES. Another nice little pickup. And then Leaf picked out some DS games. She got Imagine Teacher and Imagine Fashion Designer World Tour. And then a really nice addition to the collection here, we got Toe Jam and Earl, Panic on Funkatron. And I still really am looking forward to adding the original Toe Jam and Earl on the Sega Genesis to the collection, but I can never find it at a good price. This was $20, and it is complete, which is pretty nice. That's not a bad price for that. I think it's going for about $25 or so on video game price charting, and this is just one that we really wanted to add to the collection, so it's nice to have that, and definitely one of my favorite pickups of the day right there. And then we went to a Goodwill, and we picked up a nice PS2 game here, Namco Museum, and that was $3.99, and that's complete as well, and it's in good shape. So very cool, lots of good games on there. Pac-Man, Pole Position, Dig Dug, Galaga, nice little array of games. And then our last stop of the day before we went to the Nunan Estate was at a, where was it? It was at a Toys R Us. And Leaf picked up a game for her DS. It looks like it's called Go-Go's Crazy Bones. And it looks like some kind of puzzle game. So that was $7.99. And then Pikmin 3, which is very high on my wish list of Wii U games that I want to play, and Leaf wants to play as well. And just a very cool addition to the Wii U collection. So that is it for our pickups. We had a really fun day. It was great driving down there to Jacksonville, Oregon, and checking out the Henry Stauf 7th Guest Mansion, and having a nice meal, and getting some great pickups for the collection. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We really appreciate you watching, and until next time, bye! All right, jeez, I can't talk already. Day's just started and I already can't talk. All right, we just rifled through the, oh, jeez. All right, so we just arrived. It was a nice little drive here.
Yeah,
and,
it was beautiful.
We don't know, we don't, I still can't talk, huh?